Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Xa Talk Show. Today is 2021st, April 16th, and today we are going to do JavaScript live coding plus tutorials and explanations. Good morning, Naibo from Australia, I think, and good morning, Ripper from United States. Okay, so we are going to do JavaScript live coding and creating a bar chart in SVG, Scalable Vector Graphics. That's going to be fantastic. Okay, and I'm an Emacs user. I'm using Starfly keys. So for those of you Emacs users, on the pink window, you can see all my command calls, their command name, and the keystrokes, such as moving cursor forward by word, backward by word, right word, moving cursor to the right by a char, to the left, or jump by paragraph, and so on, or switch window. Okay, so let's start coding. Okay, so this is gonna be pure JavaScript, no libraries, no npm, no nothing. JavaScript SVG tutorial, live coding. I'm going to try to do it fast. If you have questions, comment about JavaScript, comments in the box. I'll try to get to answer it. Okay, and donate. Don't forget, PayPal me or Patreon. Okay, thank you. And buy my JavaScript tutorial. It's a fantastic JavaScript in depth, truly in depth. Okay. Okay, so let's start to coding. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. So you go to okay, so let's go to browser. Let's go to Brave browser. So Xali keyboard. Let me show you what are we going to do today. So Xali keyboard blog. So you see my keyboard block. Then you go to layout, click on layout, then scroll down a little bit. Then you can see this chart. Okay. And then turn on JavaScript, turn it on, so you can see a bar chart. Okay, magnify. Okay, then I can select all, delete, start to type here, and you will see a interactive bar chart of the character frequency as you type. Okay, so you can see the character frequency. In English, E is the most frequent letter. So what we are going to do is something similar to this. Instead of the character frequency, what we are doing is bigrams. Okay, bigram frequency. Let me show you a static image to illustrate. So we are going to do this. Okay, we are going to code JavaScript. But instead of a character frequency, we are going to do bigram. So let me show you an illustration. Okay, so here is a bigram chart. So what is bigram? It's basically a sequence of two letters. So you want to compute a sequence of two letters, and you want to find their frequency of occurrence in English text. Okay, so we are going to generate a chart like this dynamically. We are going to write a code for that. Okay, so this is actually that's what we are going to do. This is actually the second part of the project. Last time we begin, hold on a second here. So about a week ago, I did a live stream. Greetings from Macedonia. Greetings per programmer. Okay, so last time, about a week ago, we did a live stream of live coding of the bigram calculator. So it's done. So let's see. So select all. You see, here's the input and here's the output. So in this text, you have ty occurring one times and typ occurring one times. Okay, let's say ab 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 ab. Okay, so you see ab occurs 4 times, BA occurs 3 times. Now let's type something random, and the and he and she and they and them. So you can see AN occurs 6 times, ND 6 times, HE occurs 5 times. HE is one of the most frequent bigram in English. So last time we did this, here's the code. Let's see. Okay, so here is the code. So you see, this page corresponds to this page, and you can see this line is a JavaScript code. So let's open it. So last time we did this, and what is missing is the actual bar chart. We don't have the bar chart. That's what we need. That's the visual. We are visual animals. Human animals are visual animals. We need to see the chart, not the text. Text is a civilization thing. Okay, so here's the JavaScript code, and shall we go through quickly an outline? So it's not many. So it's 80 lines. Okay, 80 lines of code. Okay, so I need to think about what. Okay, we need to code this. So where do we begin? Okay, so last time we already have this. So the result of this is basically a frequency map. Okay, a table map or hash table or map or a dictionary, whatever you call it. So basically, each key is a bigram, and the value of that key is the number of occurrence for that bigram. That is a result. Okay, so today all we have to do is take a table of the bigram data, then just generate a bar chart out of it. Okay. Okay, so that's what we need to do. So, but okay, so let me think. I haven't, I'm doing this without preparation, which is a good thing because you can see where I struggle. Okay, so now, so the input is okay, the input is this data. So let me show you where. Okay, so you can see. Let's see, do we have a console log update? Okay, so update. Let's remove. Last time we did some coding, and let's remove the comments. I mean the. Okay, so we have the bigram map. That is actually the output. Then we sort it. Then we filter. Why do we have to filter? Because we want to remove anything that involves a comma, period, space, or punctuation. So back to the code. So we filter it out. Then we convert it to JSON. Then we insert it to the text content. Okay, the text content is basically, yeah, the show box. Basically, we insert it to the HTML page. So what we are concerned, the input is just a bigram. Okay, let's. Okay, should I go over the code from last time? Yeah, I think I should because I need to do it. I need to go through it myself just to be familiar. Okay, so let's do it quickly. So JavaScript app, JavaScript app to draw a diagram of given text. First part of the problem. Grab a given text and compute the bigrams and print the count of them. Example: input text A B C D E, bigram is A B B C C D D E. Okay, now that's the first part of the problem which we've done. And sample output. Okay, let's see. Sample output. Okay, so let's copy that. So we are doing kind of documentation. Paste this. So let's say sample output. Okay. Then the second part of the problem, given a map object, which is that of the bigram, draw a bar chart by generating a SVG object. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Okay. So, but let's look up. I mean, let's get familiar with the code here. What's going on with the code? So hold on a second. So okay. So the HTML page. You see here is the HTML page for the for this bigram. So you can see. Okay, so actually, let's see. Make a backup. Okay, so the relevant part is too much garbage here actually. Okay, hold on a second. Shrink. Yeah, we need to do this quickly. Okay, let's just modify. Let's start to modify. Let's remove all the irrelevant things, ads and Google trackers. Add, delete. Okay, background calculator. Shrink a little bit. Okay. So here is the bike sali. Delete that. Okay, so here is essential. That's essentially remove the keyboard guide. Okay, here's the essential thing. So here's the HTML, the whole thing showing browser. So you get a clean version. Okay, the important thing here is the text area. That is this box, and for example, many text here, th. Okay, refresh. Okay, so now we got some kind of data. Okay, the important thing is the text area, then the spam ID show box. Okay, show box is basically an empty element here, so that JavaScript will, you can see show box, this line get element by ID show box. It will grab this element show box, then insert the final output there. Okay, so that is the HTML. Good, we are familiar now. Okay, now to the code. Okay, now so get the text area element, then get the show box element, then okay, let's see what we have. String to bigram. String to bigram, given a input string, return a map object where keys are the bigrams and value is the count. Okay, that's that function, string to bigram. Now remember that we coded that last time. Next, sort map. Sort map sorts a map object and return a array of entries sorted by the values. Okay, return a array of entries sorted by the, okay, it returns an array of entries, not map. Okay, sort map. Now it is used. Yeah, okay. Then okay, sort map. Then we have some map filter returns a new map where the function. So map filter takes a map object and a function. So returns a filter where the function returns true. Return a new map where the function returns true. So okay, we need to filter the map because we need to remove any bigrams that contains a punctuation. Okay, Casart map filter. Then filter map. There's a documentation error. Filter map takes a map object, returns a map object with keys that contains char. That's not English letter. Oh, okay. So this filter map function is general. Then we write a wrapper using the map filter so that it filters out. You see, it basically, we only want keys that contains letters. Remove any keys that contains punctuation and so on. So that is that function, filter map. Okay. Okay. I mean, okay. So then we need to start to draw the SVG. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we start to draw SVG here. Now near the bottom it says add event listener on the object text area. So that means, so this is the text area. So that means we add event listener to it on the event input. So that means whenever there's a change in this box, it will call the function f_update. Okay. Then let's see f_update. Okay. F update is a different function. Okay, then I close it. Okay, yeah. So yeah, F update, grab text area, grab text in text area and insert it into show box. Okay, that is what it is. Okay. Okay, so now we have that. Now let's think. Let's think about a little bit. We need to grab. Let's say this is the data. Okay, so this is the data. Okay, before we okay, so this is the data. We need to. Am I doing? Am I good? Audio check, video check. Good. Okay, so we need to. So let's see. Then we need to start to draw SVG. Assume you have 100 distinct charts. How many possible backgrounds are there? Okay. Write a filter function to. Okay, what is this? Write a filter function to a given map so that background contains space or punctuation should be removed. That's already done. Write a function given a background map, return a map object where the value is percentage instead of count. Okay, we still need to do that. We don't need that. Okay, so let's begin. Let's really start to code. Okay, so we have oh my god, what are we doing? So let me think. Okay, so we need to start to draw SVG, and the input is something like that. And where does the input came from? The input came from string2 bigrams. Okay, string2 bigrams. But however, it is not being filtered. So the final input needs to be this. Okay, so F filter map, sort map, background map. Okay, so this is the actual final input of a bigram data. Okay, so once you have a bigram data, okay, I need to begin to code. Okay, so this is the. So first of all, create a SVG tag. Okay, let's begin to code it. Let's begin to code it. Where is the? Okay, so here's the code. Let's go to. I need to refer to my SVG tutorial. Okay, I need to go to my SVG tutorial. So you just go to Xali keyboard web dev and shrink. What's going on? Shrink. What? So here's the SVG tutorial. Let me give you a walkthrough of SVG. Okay, SVG Basics. So here is how you draw. This is how SVG looks like. So if you have this code in a HTML page where SVG width and height, then you say a line x1 equals to a number, y1 equals to a number. They are coordinates, and x2 and y2 equals to a number. It will draw a line. So this is how basically how SVG is done. And you have same thing. You see, here's the full code. If you copy and paste this into a file, you will see, that. And to draw a rectangle, you do similar. So you use a rectangle rect tag. Okay, so SVG is basically just XML. Okay, it's just like HTML. But now the problem is that we need to generate these tags using JavaScript. So what you do is you can click on this scripting SVG, and it will tell you how. And I'm going to walk you through it. Okay. So let's copy that JavaScript code, and let's go down. Let's go down. Let's paste it here. Okay. So you can see the code here. So first of all, okay, okay, yeah, okay. First of all, create a SVG element. That okay. Yeah, okay, create a SVG element. Let's yeah, remove that. Remove that. Create a SVG element. SVG1 document create element NS. Then this is what you have to put. Then SVG. So that is a SVG tag. Okay. Now once you create a SVG tag, okay. Oh God, this is. Then we need to create bars. Okay. Let's do it them one at a time. So this is a bar, rectangle, RECT. Wait, you need to shrink. Okay, this there's so much to do actually. Yeah, there's so much to do actually. I need to yeah, I need to go back to the to I need to go back to let's see talk show. I need to go back to the frequency plot, so to have a look at the chart, so as a reference. And now we go to the background character, go to the code. So we need we need to think actually. So we have a SVG tag, then we have rectangles inside it. So first of all, first so 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 the height of the bar should correspond to a number. Okay, we need to scale the number to feel, that will be the height of the bar. And first of all, also we need to know how many bars we have to have. Okay, we need to know how many bars we gonna draw, because once you have a SVG element, you need to have the divide them, so you find out how fat are the bars, to find out how fat to draw each bar. Okay, so we need to know, so that corresponds to how many elements in the diagram. Okay, then let's write it out. The height of the bar should correspond to the frequency of the bigram as percentage. Okay, yeah, then okay, then okay, let's do this. Let's simplify. Let's do a dummy example. Let's see. Let's just say this is dummy input. Okay, let's simplify this. Let's say 30. Okay, let's oops. Let's just say constant. dummy diagram input. Okay, so this is a sample input. We start with a simple input. Okay, so constant number of diagrams. Okay, wait, the dummy input should be actually is a the dummy input should be a map object. Yeah, it is a map object, so we need to turn this into a map object. Okay, we can do that. New map. Okay, this is how you turn a array of arrays into a map object. Okay, dummy input, then number of diagrams, that's just number of elements in the map. So how do you find the number of elements in a map? You go to JavaScript object, JavaScript in-depth object reference map. Okay, there is a size. Okay, yeah, map object dot size. Okay, is that yeah, it's not a function, it's just a property. Okay, map object dot size, then the height for each one. Okay, so first of all, before you do anything, you need to find the percentage. Like for example, what th occurs 30 times. You need to find out what is that as a percentage of the whole. So okay, so we need to write a function. Okay, constant. Okay, wait. Constant arrow function. Compute percentage. Okay. Given a map, we need to return given a diagram map object, return a map object where the values are percentage instead of number of occurrence. Okay, so first of all, we need to sum all the values in the diagram. Okay, so let's look at the how do we do things with the map. Okay, for each reduce, let's see, for each okay, there are so many, there are so many ways. I want to do functional programming, but let's just push through by whatever method. We need to finish this, live coding. So let's just use for each then. For each. Okay, function, this function will be arrow function. So for each what does the function, what does the value key? Okay, so value key f is passed 3 arguments, value key map object. Okay, so we don't need array, we don't need the destructive assignment. No, it's not called destructive assignment, it's called argument destructure. Okay, we don't need that, but anyway, so function value and key. Okay, so actually there are better ways. Okay, values. Okay, so dot values returns the, okay, I need to go faster. returns all the values of a map. Okay, then what you get is a iterator. Okay, once you get iterator, I think you can do for each for of loop. Okay, for of loop. Yeah. So for of loop. Let's do this. Okay, vars. Okay, for each v in values, you can use. I want to use a reduce. Okay, go to object reference, go to array, go to reduce. Okay, yeah, that's what we want. Let's just say reduce. Okay, we don't need initial value, so that's basically sum total. Okay, okay, so here is the total. Then for each result map equals to new map. Okay, then for each of the diagram map value and key, diagram map set. So set is how you, let's go to map. How do you set a map? Set, yeah. So here is how you set a map. Set a map key value. Okay, key value, key, then value will be, okay, value will be object, value will be diagram map get key divided by total. Okay, okay, actually you don't want to, you don't want to override the diagram map. So let's this should be result map dot set. Okay, result map dot set. For each key in the diagram map, the value should be diagram map get the keys value divided by total. Okay, then return result map. Prettify. Okay, let's check our code. Constant compute percentage is a function. Let's add that. So compute percentage is a function. Take a diagram map. First of all, compute the total. Diagram map dot values dot reduce. Yes, that's compute. That's a sum. Then result map equals to a new map. Then for each of the input map, result map key set the key gets a new value. Yeah, that should be it. Okay, now we can console log print it and see. Oh God. Let's just use dummy. Okay. Okay. Now we comment this out. We don't need that yet. Okay. This should work. Okay. Prettify the code, and actually this is a TypeScript, so I need to compile the TypeScript. TypeScript, by the way, is just a JavaScript, but with type checking added. But otherwise, it's identical to JavaScript. So it says error duplicate identifier line 46. What duplicate identifier line 46? What the? Yeah, we don't care about. Okay, 2. Let's do it again. Compile file. Correct. Okay, now let's try the code. Let's see if it works. It should print in the console log. Okay. Refresh. Okay. Error. Type error. Background.values.reduce is not a function. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, so background.values, it returns a iterable, but it's not an actual array. So in order to make it array, let me show you how to do that. So in order to make it array, we need to use the spread operator. Okay, so like that. Compile the file. Okay. Refresh. Okay. Type error. My map.entries.sort is not a function. What the? My map.entries.sort is not a function. My map sort sorts a map object and returns an array of entries sorted by vars. My map.entries.sort. So my map.entries. Okay, so yeah, you need again the same problem. Let me do it. Okay, so my map.entries, that returns a iterable. You need to turn that into a actual array, otherwise you don't have sort function. Row 89, I think you need to multiply by 100 to calculate. Oh yeah, you are right. Yeah, thank you. So let's correct that later. My map.entries. So my map.entries. Let's go check the map entries. What does it return? Map.entries return a iterator, also iterable, for the map. Each yield is a array of the form key value. Okay, so it returns a iterable, but not actual array. So yeah, so that's why you need the spread operator ... Okay, so comment this out again. Compile it. Okay, now back to this. Refresh. There it is. There it is. Fantastic. Now why is it not console log? It's not printing a percentage. Okay, hold on a second. What's going on? So go down. So we did console log, right? Oh, okay. So you need to, let's see, console log undefined. You need to put this whenever a keystroke happens. So you need to put this in the, okay, first of all, this function needs to move up. Let's see, where is the dummy input? So this function cut needs to go up. Paste it here, okay? And let me remove the curly braces that encloses the whole file. I do that so that the variables are confined within this script, but it makes the code indented one level, which is less easy to read. So now let's prettify the code. Okay, now it's better, easier to read. So we just moved the compute percentage, yeah, and also you divide it by total. Yeah, but let's not multiply by 100 for now, because that makes it more, we want the actual, the decimal, like a scaled version from 0 to 1 instead of 0 to 100. Okay, so here is the function compute percentage, right? And we are calling it here, but delete that. It should actually be called within the update. Okay, so let's put it here. Let's paste it here. Okay. Checked one file. What's going on? Why is it not? Okay, good. So there is probably some issues with Deno formatting. So function update, the console log. Okay, let's refresh. Let's see what happened. See if no, it's not updating. It is printing. No, it's not printing anything in console. What's going on? Oh, compile. Okay, compile. Refresh. Is it compile? It's not working. Close the file. Okay, close it. Refresh. I mean, okay. So F12. Now let's. Okay, actually, so it actually updated, but it says undefined. You see, as I type, you see that undefined error just repeat. So it's undefined. That's our problem. Open the file. So let's see what's going on. So this compute percentage is incorrect. Why is it incorrect? For each, oh yeah, return result map should be, yeah, city. It should be here. Yep. Compile, back to browser, magnify, refresh. Now it works. Yeah, fantastic. So you can see, yeah, TH occurs 0.57, 0.85 times over 1. That means 85%. Then HT happens 5%. Yeah, so this is correct. So this compute percentage now is correct. Now you see, writing code is so tedious. Imagine this is a day job. How long I've been talking? Probably 40 minutes, 52 minutes, and no bar chart yet. Oh my god. So compute percentage, that is the so we got this Okay, so we got the compute percentage. Hello Zitron Crazy. So we're doing JavaScript today. Um, okay, so what's next? What and hello bot. What? So what? So we got the percentage. Yeah. Now we can start to draw SVG, right? Yeah. So create a SVG element there. And okay, then okay, then okay. Now we need to think. So here is the input for each one of them. Okay, so let's write it down. For each element in a bigram map, such as we need to loop through them, and for each create a bar as create a SVG rect element. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So yep. So yeah, so wait, so compute percentage here is the here is actually we need to say update here. So console log compute percentage. Yeah, compute percentage of filter map. Filter map returns a map object. Okay, so too many parentheses. So bigram map, then sort it, then filter it out, then compute percentage. Yeah. Let's try again. Just make sure it is correct. Okay. Yeah, we forgot to compile. Yeah. Bigram calculator cannot find name CAR1. CIR1. Okay, so here's the error again. Comment out. Compile. Okay. Refresh. Is it working? Yes. Refresh. Something in the water. Okay. Okay, so now we need to so we need to, for each element in a bigram such as that, we need to loop through them, and for each create a SVG rectangular element. That's right. So okay, so copy that. Actually, so remove the console log. So here is our bigram data x. Okay, so here's the data x. Let's just say good bigram data, good bigram data. So good bigram data dot, for each, it's a map, right? So we do for each map has a for each method, then we need a arrow function, and value key is the argument for each, let's see, value key. Yeah, so given a good bigram data, we go through them for each, and then we do a, then we give a function. Then what's the function going to do? The function is going to the function is going to create a rectangle object, which is here. Okay, copy it, put it here. So the function is create a bar, a rectangle object of SVG there, then set the attribute. Basically, we want to set the coordinate of the rectangle. So basically it looks like that. Let's copy it. Okay, let's put it here, so for reference. So we need to create something like that. So x and y, so attribute x, okay, the coordinate for x, coordinate for y, we don't know. I don't know what's the value yet. Then you need the width and height. Okay, so okay, okay, so width, height. Okay, then style. Okay, let's just add style. Oops, style. Okay, so let's just copy the style there. Okay, okay, so this part is creating a single bar in the bar chart. Now there are more things we need to figure out, because what is the coordinate for x and what is the coordinate for y, we don't know. Okay, so this is getting more tedious. First of all, what is the width? We need to find out what's the width of a bar and what's the height of a bar. So first of all, what is the width? The width is going to be, we want pixels. Okay, so we want pixels. So first of all, you have to know what is the width of your entire SVG graphics. I don't know, but let's just set it myself. Okay, let's just set it. SVG1 set attribute width, I believe. So let's go to viewport. This is how you set the width and height of a SVG. Here is an example. So width equals to 900. Okay, 900 pixels wide. That's our SVG box. And height, let's say 600. Okay, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, so now we know the, okay, we need to define, actually it's better to define it. So that as we define them as parameters, so we can change it later. Okay, so wait. Okay, so here we have the width and height for our SVG box. Now we need to find out what's the width and height for each bar. Okay, uh, and okay, so bar width equals to SVG width divided by the number of bars. So the number of bars will be this. Okay, size, that right? Is that right? Map object size. Yeah, it's a property, not function. So bar width will be equals to the width of SVG box divided by number of bars times a 0.9, so that each bar doesn't touch the other bar. Okay, so that's the bar width. Assume that's right. We probably need to fix it. Then bar height will be dynamic. Bar height will be dynamic because it will depend on each bar. So we go back to the for each. So bar height will be yeah, bar height will be basically the percentage, basically the value. Okay, yeah, bar height will be just v. Okay, so right, so bar height will be SVG height times the value of the prettify the value of the diagram. Okay, so let's copy that. This will be here inside. Okay, so our code is now in a mess. So we need to maybe we should tidy up right now. So clarify, what's going on here. So we have a dummy input, number of diagrams. Okay. So here is just number of diagrams. Number of diagrams. We need where number of diagrams cut. We should put it down here somewhere. Put it here. Okay. So first of all, dummy input, then SVG width and SVG height. Create a SVG element, then create a SVG element, then okay, let me just put it here. Okay, so create a SVG element, then for each element in a diagram map we need to loop through them, and for each create a SVG rectangle element and attach it to the SVG box. Okay, so let's change that to SVG box so it's easier to read. to understand. Okay, so SVG box. So for each bigram, we need to attach it to. We need to create a rectangle element and attach to this, so that like XML elements, they are inside. So okay. So the good bigram data is our data, and the width of the bar. Okay, so we need to how many bars we're gonna draw to find out how fat to draw each bar. The height of the bar should correspond to the frequency of the bigram as percentage. That's right. So number of bigrams is that, and the width of the each bar is that. Okay, then for each bigram data, we compute the bar height, which is SVG height times V, then create a bar. Now, okay, here we create a rectangle element of SVG to represent the bar. But what is the coordinate? Okay, that's another. It's what a pain in the ass. So you see what we are doing. We are. Let me show you. Okay, so you see we have a bar chart. That's what we want to draw. Each bar, each bar is a SVG rect element, and one of the attribute is the coordinate x and y where it appear in the canvas. So x will be incremental, like increase for each bar, and the y will be always the same, be the bottom, basically the bottom of the SVG. Okay, so the y element is going to be constant. Now SVG coordinate, the upper left is 0, so y goes from top to down, which is different from mathematics. In general, computer graphics, the coordinate y goes from top to down. So anyway, so the value of y for each bar, the coordinate is a constant, and that value should be SVG height, basically. Okay, so let's go here. There we have it. Now the value for each x will be different. We have to do some kind of for loop increment. So much pain in creating this, and we spent already what an hour already. So x will increase. So what? Okay. So now we need to find out. We need a increment to know which element, the index of the element, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that we can time that by a value to find the coordinate where we want to draw it. Okay, so how do you do that? Well, we are using for each. Let's see, the for each method do they have a index? Value key map object. No. Jesus. So you cannot do it with for each, because we need the value and the key, but we also need the index, so we can increase it. Yeah, so we cannot use for each. So the easier way to do it is probably to convert the map into a array. Yeah, we convert the map into an array. So let's go back to array, JavaScript object reference array, then use the for each here. If you use array, then the for each, the function will get a argument that's the index of the current index. Okay, so let's convert this entries. Okay, so convert this map to array, then convert it to a iterable, then use the dot spread operator to convert it into an actual array, so that we actually have the for each method for that array. What a pain JavaScript is, and what a pain it is with these iterables crap. Okay, am I doing good? How many people are watching? This becomes a grueling exercise. 9 people watching. Okay, so anyway, so we have to do it. So we convert it to an array so that we have for each element, then the function for the array is actually different from the map object. Yeah, fucking idiocy. So the function, will actually take current element, current index, and array. Okay, so the function will take 3 arguments, current element. So let's use argument destructure. Okay. Now, what does for each return? Is it key value or value key? Yeah. So let's go back to map, entry key value. You see, if you do for each, it's value key. But if you use entry, it's key value. So the JavaScript is one of the sickest language. So anyway, so map.entries, it returns a key value pair, not value key. Okay, so key value. Okay. Then for the array, then for the JavaScript array for each, you have the current element. Okay, that's the first element, key value. Then current index. Okay, so this will be index. Let's say II, KK, VV. I like to double them up so that so we have referential transparency. We have unique identifier through our code. Hopefully, something like that. Anyway, so current index. Yeah. Okay. So II is index. So yeah, that's what we have. Okay. So this V will be V. It's not be too weird. Okay, because people don't understand what we're doing, what I'm doing. So okay, value V is value. So now we are able to compute the coordinate for each bar. Okay, so the I increases. So basically, this will be I times the width of the rectangle. Okay, so let's fix this. Bar width. So width will be bar width. Okay, here. Okay, so the coordinate of x will be I. It will be I times bar width times point. Yeah, okay, so actually it will be I times bar width. Okay, then hey, we got a new comment. Greetings from Turkey. I just bought my first ergonomic keyboard. Fantastic. Okay, so the coordinate for each bar will be, the x will be I times bar width. Is that right? So let's say the 7th bigram, 7 times, yeah, kind of, yeah, okay, that's right. The height will be SVG height. Yeah, okay. Let's see what is the orientation of the SVG rectangle. Oh, it actually draws from top to bottom. Damn it. It draws from top to bottom. So let's say the y is 0 then. We have to do kind of inversion geometry to get it right. But anyway, let's say 0. So now the bar chart will be from top to bottom instead of bottom to top. Okay, so the width will be bar width. What about the height? Okay, the height will be bar height. Okay, we compute it here. Actually, so we compute it here. Okay, here's the bar height. Then field green. Okay, we don't care about that. Stroke width 2. Okay. Then you need to now once you created a bar element, you need to attach it to the SVG element. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So bar dot actually SVG box dot append child. Okay, I believe that's what it is. Append child. Let's go back. Let's go to, let's see, scripting SVG. Yeah, append child. So okay, let's try to compile the program. Wait, not yet. So we need to actually dummy input. So we need to copy all these. This we don't need. The dummy input SVG, we need to put the whole thing into a function actually. Yeah, let's just say draw SVG. Okay, function. Okay, constant arrow function, draw SVG, then cut. Okay, then put it inside here, prettify. Okay, let's go back. So the draw SVG inserts the SVG element into a area in the HTML, into where did it go? Into somewhere here. Okay, so append child. Okay, into display. Okay, into okay, let's create a new element. Okay, so this is gonna be called SVG display area. Okay, copy that ID, open that, go to the top, then we create a new constant. This will be called SVG display area. Then get document by element by ID SVG display area. So we have that element. Then go to the bottom. So once we draw the SVG, we need to SVG display area dot append child, append the SVG box. Okay. In fact, yeah, is that right? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we are not doing something efficient right now, but whatever. So draw SVG. Okay, so draw SVG will take a argument. Let's call it good bigram data. Okay, let's review the code because otherwise it's gonna error out. So dummy input, we probably don't need it. Yeah, we probably don't need this. Okay, comment out. So where's dummy input? So actually, good bigram data. Okay, cut this out. Comment it out. So it takes a bigram data. So it takes a map object and draw and create SVG bar chart and insert the SVG element into this display area element. Okay. So it begin by width, create a width and height, then create a SVG box, then insert it into the display into the display area, append child, right? That's right. Then compute the number of bigrams, that's right. Then bar width, that's right. Then for each then create the bars. Okay, so for each we do that constant bar height, then bar x equals to that, then blah blah blah, xy width height style append child, that's right. So this is an example. Okay, so this is an example. Okay, so I think that's it. We can try it. Okay, compile JavaScript. It's probably errors, I know it. Okay, error 106.32, 106 error, argument of type number is not assignable to parameter of string. Okay, so this is a common TypeScript error, so all you have to do is toString. Okay, toString. Okay, yeah, let's compile it again. You need toString. So line 127, this is a very annoying TypeScript tediousness. toString, because you have a number here, but when you set attribute, it requires the argument should be string. But if you do it in JavaScript, there's no error because the browser will automatically convert. So anyway, so let's compile again. So it says error, an identifier for keyword cannot immediately follow a numeric literal. Line 128. Oh, okay, so wait, 0 toString, idiotic JavaScript. So so what you have to do is you add parentheses. I think that'll work. Compile again. Okay, error 126. 132. Oh yeah, we got element. This should be bar. Okay, so append child, append the bar to SVG box. Okay, compile again. Yay, compiled. Now shall we try it? Refresh and see what happens. Refresh. Nothing happened. Nothing. What's going on? F12 to turn on. What is going on? Why is there no let's go to inspector. Let's see where did we create the SVG element? No, because if we did, it should have been inserted there. Oh yeah, obviously because we did not call this function draw SVG in our code for update. You see, we are actually updating. We need to put the draw SVG into the update. So pretty good. So what's the comment? Append job. Yeah, that. Thank you. Yeah. So I found that error. So almost. We are doing this without much trial and error. Actually, that's a style of coding I prefer. You just okay. So we need to call draw SVG into the update function. So we have it here. We copy that part. So basically, we want to draw SVG. Draw SVG. First of all, the bigram map, which is the crude bigram data, which includes punctuation. Then we want to sort them. Then we want to filter them. Actually, we should filter then sort. That would be better, because once you filter, it'll be less item to work with. Okay, let's fix. Okay, filter. Okay, you filter it, then you then you sort it. Okay, so bigram map, it's a map object. You filter it, it returns a map object. Then you sort it. Okay, actually we have a problem with sort because our sort returns a array, not map. Okay, but when you feed it to, I think JavaScript automatically converts array to object. Yeah, let's just be safe. Let's use the old code. Forget about efficiency. Okay, so then we compute a percentage, right? Then we feed it to draw SVG, right? Yeah. So I think that's it. And yeah, so yeah. Okay, let's hope everything is good. Compile. Yes, sir. Refresh. Yes, sir. Actually, we can call it a day. We can. Oh, shit. Okay, so every time you type, it's just going to draw a new SVG. That's what happens. Yeah. So you see the th is like increasing. Fantastic. Okay, let's do some fixing, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and that's it. It takes a while, 1 hour, and we've been coding for 90 minutes. So what, in order to fix this, is that before you generate SVG, you want to remove the child. Okay, so you can you draw a new SVG. So we need to fix the draw SVG function. Now draw SVG function should be above the update code. So let's I don't know why it even works, because usually when you define a function using arrow function, these the syntax of arrow function, it does not. You have to define it before you use it. So I don't know why is it actually working here, because we defined it at the bottom. So anyway, let's move it up. So let's move this update down. Okay, so let's move this update down. Yeah, so wait, what happened? Cut the update code, move to the bottom here, paste it here. Okay, compile. Okay, now in the draw code we need to remove the SVG. Okay, so before we do anything, yeah, so here display area, we can say inner HTML. Okay, inner HTML equals to empty. That will work. Now there are many ways to delete all children of a element, and I researched over that to see which one is the most proper and fastest. And so I have an article here somewhere. Wait, it's part of DOM. So let's try search for children. Okay, get element. Okay, basic DOM methods. Element attribute, get node, navigate nodes, create new nodes, insert, remove, replace nodes. There it is. Wait. Replace child. Okay, you can actually do replace child, append child. Change elements text content. Okay, change elements text content. Let's just say inner HTML. Okay, that's the easiest. So before we do anything, we remove the inner HTML, then we append the SVG box into it. Okay, compile. Go back, go to the top, refresh. Now type and see. Fantastic. And now it is working. Select or delete so that we start fresh again. Now there is a problem that the bars do not have gaps in between them. Okay, so anyway, now what we need to do is we need to add labels. You see, these bars, you need to have labels, like like here. And also you need to invert the bars, not from top down, but from bottom up. But okay, that's more work. That's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or there's a lot cleanup we need to do. So let's call it a day for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like my you like my tutorial, if you like my style, go buy Star JavaScript in depth. Okay, thank you very much. Or donate me or Patreon me. Okay, so now so we basically done. We're gonna close down. Maybe we're gonna do some cleanup of the code. Just let's go over what we've done today. Clean up the code. So our goal was to create a program. Our goal is to write a program that computes diagrams in English and draw a SVG bar chart for it. Okay, so we basically have the prototype, prototype to prove that our idea works. Okay, that's the end. Let me show you my face instead of my. Let's have some human touch. There's some human touch. So we finished. Fantastic. And so we have a prototype, and we know we have a outline of how to do it. So you can, so here is the code. So in my last video, we actually wrote a code to compute the statistics to find all the bigrams. That took 1 hour, and today to draw the actual SVG takes more 1.5 hours. Last time we wrote this function string to bigram, which computes the bigram of a given giant string. Then we wrote sort map. Then we wrote map filter to filter out bigrams that contain space or punctuation. Then today we wrote compute percentage. Given a bigram map object, we want to, instead of number of occurrences, we want to change that into percentage. So which is the value divided by total. Okay, we wrote that today. Then the big thing today we wrote is the draw SVG. So this is actually 10 lines of code. If you remove the comments, yeah, let's remove the comments. Okay, it's just 10 lines of code, but that's coding. That coding is usually tedious. Anyway, so this thing is what we did today. 10 lines of code for each bigram element, we want to create a rectangle SVG element, and it's tedious to find the coordinate for the rectangle, where to place it, and also how wide or how high the rectangles are. So that's our code. Then finally, we we have this function update, and this update is responsible for actually adding this information in the bar chart as you type. So it just calls the function we wrote before to do the job. So we don't need the console log. We don't need that. You need let's remove it. Okay, so it's just like 3 lines of code, this update. Then we have the event listener. That means whenever user types, it calls the update function to refresh the graphics. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Fantastic. Thank you. Bye.